All good?
Yep.
All right, good morning. Injury-wise, nothing changed from yesterday. Kiko's in concussion protocol, and Cisco has a shoulder that we're still evaluating, so I know more about that sometime this afternoon. So I'll be able to give you guys that information once I get it. When it comes to the game of yesterday, very exciting. Great plane ride home. Was good to see the guys excited and happy to get their first win with the new regime. And there was a number of things as you watch the tape that really stood out to me. And I was just going order. I'm start the defense first. I thought Wilks did an outstanding job of understanding strategically what we were trying to do. And after the first touchdown that was given to Higgins, man, we kind of got right back into what we were trying to do, of making sure we take those two guys out. So after that first touchdown that Higgins got, he didn't catch another pass after that, which was good by our secondary guys. And also after the half, I think Chase only had like 30 yards receiving. Listen, I understand exactly what the runners did, and they made some plays. And I would say that we have to continue to improve on our tackling, because that had a lot to do with the runs that they scored on and some of the plays those other guys did. But at the end of the day, our focus was make sure the two receivers aren't the ones that beat us, like what happened in the Pittsburgh game. So I thought that was really good by Wilks, making sure our guys understood that. Going to our offense, I thought Tanner did a really good job of really managing the game and putting our guys in positions to be successful. Man, we were very aggressive when it came to running the ball and just showing our brand of football when it comes to running the ball and being physical. And then also being aggressive of pushing the ball down the field with Justin so he can go out and make the plays he needs to make. And I thought Justin did a hell of a job of managing the game. Again, no turnovers. We had a limited amount of penalties, and that's on the offense and defensive side. And that's been 3 games in a row for the most part. I think we only had 11 penalties in the last 3 games, which averages out about 3.6 penalties a game. So that's something that we've been working on for quite a bit. So I thought that was outstanding. When it comes to special teams, man, Isaiah did a hell of a job of returning the ball. Obviously, it's a pretty good redemption story of what happened with him fumbling the ball and him making that 10-yard rule that we have. And now, man, he's really in the groove of understanding exactly what we want when it comes to a returner. And this is just in general. I mean, our special teams has been a high mark for this team throughout this season. I think those guys continue to do that. So, again, happy for the win. We understand still where we're at. We're 1-7. We're not happy about that, but it is what it is. And we get another chance, not this week because of the bye, but the next week, to get a chance to play Cleveland, to continue improving on the things that we're trying to improve on as a team. So, any questions?
Aaron, you talked about yesterday that Justin is primed to be, for this situation.
Yep.
Going back and looking at how he performed, were you impressed at all? Because a lot of guys may not have responded with the poise and the composure that he did this week.
Yeah, and just like I said yesterday, his personality, his faith, his family, man, they do a really good job of keeping him grounded and keeping him steady. And, man, there are so many levels to things that he goes through as a person and as a player that I think sometimes we look at athletes at this magnitude of they're not humans, they're robots. And there's so many things that's attacked at so many different levels on these guys that, man, they're humans and they have feelings. They go through things. But, man, we create these storms for these players, these coaches also, that some people have no idea of what they go through. But they're just like me. They're just like you. They're just like anybody else. They have feelings. They go through things. It just so happened he's such a strong-willed person that he's built to handle things like that. So, yes, I'm proud of him. I'm not shocked. And I expect for him to continue living his life like that.
AG, did you see his comments after the game yesterday? He said, I'm going to get vulnerable for a minute here, and he really shared some things that were pretty emotional and how he went through it. And I'm sure, like you've been saying, it's not a surprise to you like how he's handled things. But did you happen to see those comments from him yesterday, and what did you think?
Well, yeah, I did. But here's the point that I think everybody's missing. He was being vulnerable, but he's also teaching. He was teaching everybody out there that, listen, like, we're humans and things happen in our lives. And again, I would say this, there's so much that come at these players that people don't understand. They shoot arrows at all these players, and they don't realize these players are they have feelings. So, and I think that was huge, not only for himself, but for the other athletes out there that's listening to what he's saying, that, man, just it's bigger than football a lot of times. And being able to handle yourself in a way of personality, faith, family, all those things has helped him be the player and the person that he is right now.
Is there a sense that the bye week comes at a good time, or would you prefer, to kind of try to deal with the momentum after a win?
I'll be honest, and I say, man, I wish we were playing next week. But I do feel like this is a good time for us, because now, man, our focus again, as it's always been, it's been on us. And man, some of the things that we just need to clean up. We're going to go back and we're going to self-scout as far as coaches. And we're going to talk to the players about things, about the good, bad, the ugly, and the solutions also for us moving forward. So there's a good and a bad to it. I mean, obviously, after you get a win, you want to continue going. But I also know that, man, there's some things that we have to reflect on and try to continue to fix. And I understand, man, there's a foundation that we're trying to create, and that is an ongoing process. And we feel good about that. Listen, even though the record's not where it wants to be, we feel good about the foundation that we're trying to set, so we can be a team that's going to win continuously.
See, we're evaluating the quarterback position last week.
Yep.
With the way Justin played yesterday, the natural question is, does he get the start against Cleveland, or is that something you're going to have to weigh over the next 2 weeks?
Well, Kyle, I think my answer is going to be on that. This is a bye week, and we're going to focus on us. And listen, I have time to make that decision. So, again, and that's one of the good things of the bye week. But seriously, man, this gives us a chance to really just hone in on the good, bad, and ugly, and try to get those things worked out, because we know we have a ways to go.
Aaron, do you think that maybe Justin cleared somewhat of a hurdle? Because obviously we know for a couple games he wasn't playing well, but he was getting the ball out quicker yesterday. I mean, do you think he made the step that you were hoping he would?
Well, I would say this. I think he played the game exactly like we see him playing for us to win the game. I would say that there are still some things within that game that he knows he has to improve on, and that's going to be every game. We're going to always be critical of ourselves. I'm always be critical, offense, defense, and special teams. Some things that I think that we can get better at. But yeah, he did a really good job for us yesterday. I thought he managed that game really well. I think he did it really well. So again, we're going to take this week to really see, like, how do we improve in some of these things that we didn't do well in at the quarterback position, at the running back position, D-line, linebacker, all those positions, man, and try to improve on this week.
AG, how important was that game for the offense? Obviously, you guys wanted to win in the worst way, no matter how you could get it. But coming off a couple games where you did not get in that zone, and you're down 15 points there in the fourth quarter at 31-16, and they just kept on coming as far as just a complete effort across the board.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, because it speaks volumes of what we talked about going into halftime. I don't want to say I challenged the team, because we already talked about that before, that we're about to see exactly how mentally and physically tough we are to be able to be a resilient team, things that we've talked about since OTAs, that the game is never over, and we can always win the game. And our guys came out and proved that. And it wasn't just the offense coming out having an explosion like they did, man. The defense made plays in critical times that we need to. It's the same as the special team. So, but I am happy, man. It seems like we're in this valley, and then we have these peaks when it comes to offense and defense. Man, I just look forward to the time we can all put it together and play true complementary football and go out and win games that we want to win. But I will say this: we are playing supportive football to where when the offense is not clicking, man, the defense has picked them up. When the defense is not clicking, the offense has picked it up, and the special team has just been really good throughout the season. So again, complementary football is something that we strive to do as we go out this season.
What do you make of Brownlee's contributions? He keeps on showing up.
Yeah.
One for Ryan and we're done.
It made a couple of those big plays down the stretch.
Yeah, that's the reason why he's here. And again, I give a lot of credit to Mooj in our personnel department of seeking out the guys that really fit who we are and what we're trying to do as a team, and that really has the traits that we're looking for when it comes to players. So I don't want to say I'm surprised, but I am happy that the things that we thought that he can do, he's out there doing for us to help us win games.
AG, the trading deadline's a week from tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm not sure when we're going to talk to you again. Obviously, with your record being 1-7, you're going to get calls from a lot of teams, I'm sure, looking at your players. What will the organizational approach be to the trading deadline?
I would say this. No, I can't say that because that's what Parcells told me. But listen, everybody listens. That doesn't mean that you act on anything. When someone calls, you listen. But action speaks louder than words. So I would just put it like that. Because if someone wants to trade for you, I'm trading you. Oh. Trust me.
We all know that.
No, I got to keep you around. I got to keep you around too, man.
Thank you, everyone.
All righty. Appreciate you guys.